The history of Central Europe is full of absurd events having one connecting point: the disregard towards individuals. One of such cases is a violent division of Slovak village of Slemence into two states, Czechoslovakia and Soviet Union. How did it happen? After the war, Russians annexed a Subcarpathian Ruthenia, moving the borderline westwards and leading it absurdly through the middle of the village of Slemence. The destiny of these peripheral inhabitants was of no interest. Even Czechs and Slovaks did not care, because the inhabitants were of the Hungarian minority origin. The closely watched borderline has parted families, parents and their children, breaking friendships and properties. The Berlin Wall has fallen down, however, this border keeps existing until today. After the Slovak Republic has become a part of Schengen, the border is still watched. This is the story the documentary by Jaro Vojtek named Border depicts.
Ten dom už je na Ukrajině. A je to zhruba asi na 20 metrů. Od 45. Čakáme, že ta hranice staďákov se ztratí.
46-ba osztották szét a falut. Úgy szelték ketté, mint a kenyeret. Egyik napról a másikra az ember még a rokonait sem látogathatta meg. 40 évig az oroszok őriztek minket, most meg a szlovákok.
Ellopták az apám sírját.
Oda menni nem lehet, pedig átdobom.
Fogadják szeretettel.
Gyuszi is itt van? Nincs? Szénki Erzsike gyermeke is? Nincs? Add át üdvözletemet nekik is, jó? Jó.
Tudok egy olyan esetről is, hogy amikor ketté választották a falut, a kislány a csehszlovák oldalon maradt a nagyszüleinél. Soha nem jöhetett már vissza. Az anyja minden reggel ott állt a kerítésnél, egész életébe ott síratta.
Hogy mennyasszonyi ruhába felöltöztem, de azért nem hagytak békét a kelecsenyi rokonok, meg hogy hát anyád meg apád legalább láthasson, hát kimentünk a határhoz úgy mennyasszonyi ruhába, és annyit láttak. Hát igen, ott sírtak ők, itt meg én. Ez volt.
If you want to attract people to a documentary about an absurd borderline, you have to make this topic as attractive as possible. The history has shown that people are indifferent to the destiny of people from the periphery. How to catch the attention for what they have experienced? Let's bring the experience of uninteresting people from the periphery right to the center. Let's convey a real experience with the absurd borderline. Let's build a similar borderline. Let's build it in the heart of the capital of Slovakia, in Bratislava on Hviezdoslav Square. If we convey a real experience with an absurd borderline, we will draw attention to the film topic, as if people have experienced the topic by themselves. We will attract people. Building of fences and barriers on this place is perceived by public very sensitively, because of the nearby embassy of the USA. We will create an interesting theme for media, which will distribute information about the film as an explaining point. We are fixing the name of the film. We help ourselves by creating an object that is the same as the topic of the film, the border again. Building of the border on the Hviezdoslav Square is planned for the night before the film premiere in the nearby cinema Mladost. Having the target of catching the prominent journalist in mind, we placed the ramp with the Russian-speaking soldiers by the cinema. The barbed wire, armed frontier patrol with dogs controls. Journalists, but also ordinary people putting out their IDs, passers-by stop by and do not understand until they come closer. The main goal is to give journalists an impulse for writing articles. To those we know, we offer half-tabloid headlines like "An absurd borderline has divided the Hviezdoslav Square." It doesn't happen regularly that the article from Culture section is the most read one. And it continues in the following days. It seems that people are more interested in the new documentary than in the fact that the well-known Slovak criminal has been condemned to the prison for life. The border is being discussed, written and read about as we want it. Our action inspires journalists and addresses them to the film. Notice that this article also begins with a spontaneous description of our promo action on Hviezdoslav Square. It has been intended exactly for this, to become a good introduction to the launch of this film.
Stávame sa susedmi tých, ktorí nás oslobodili a ktorí sú zárukou nášho budúceho mieru a vývinu.
Понимают, что ты говоришь.
Deň budeme skúšať to, že rozdelíme Hviezdoslav námestie a ľudia nebudú môcť prejsť.
Čo hovoria ľudia? Prekvapení. Pozerajú, nevedia, ale hranica nie je dobrá pre nich. Oni vedia.
Tak šokovalo nás to, že sa vraciame do starých čias. Dúfam, že to nie je pravda.
From the reach results, we're mostly pleased by the feedback on the portal of Slovak opinion-shaping daily SME, where we expected the most potential spectators of documentaries.